Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Samuel Umtiti as the Barcelona outcast could depart soon, with Olympique Lyon ready for a move. According to latest reports, we are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, officially, Barcelona's 2023-24 La Liga fixtures list have been announced. Who is Barca going to meet first and how is the list going to look like? We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. According to Sport, Samuel Umtiti could soon be on his way out of FC Barcelona as his former Olympique Lyon are ready to make a move for the Frenchman. After a few years of struggle in Catalonia, Umtiti spent the last season away on loan at Lecce, where he played fairly regularly and rebuilt his damaged reputation to some degree, exhibiting good form and fitness levels. Lyon, who had ruled out a move for Umtiti last year due to doubts over his fitness, are now eyeing a reunion with their former defender, while the Frenchman himself is understood to be open to a move. Lyon's move for Umtiti was subject to them offloading one of their current defenders, Castello Luqueba, and as per the report, they are in advanced negotiations to sell him to RB Leipzig in a deal worth 30 million euros. As such, they will have the financial muscle to go after Umtiti's signing as long as they are able to reach a salary agreement with the 2018 FIFA World Cup winner. Barcelona, for their part, are willing to do everything in their power to part ways with Samuel Umtiti. The Catalans are keen to reduce their salary mass, and offloading the Frenchman will see them save a good chunk of their wage bill. Even though they were hoping to receive a token fee for his sale, the La Liga champions are not open to handing him a letter of freedom to leave if favorable terms are agreed. But the move would ultimately hinge on Umtiti and Lyon reaching an agreement first over his contract terms, and it is likely that the player might have to take a pay cut in order to secure his return to Lyon. Barcelona have received interest from two Italian clubs, while Umtiti is understood to have proposals from Saudi Arabia as well, although there is nothing concrete at this point. With Lyon making progress in their efforts to sell Luqueba, it will be then up to the three parties to tie up a favorable deal for everyone involved. Of course, this will come as a great news for Barca that Umtiti is close to his former club Olympique Lyon. Of course, Umtiti have had a lot of issues with Barcelona over the past few years. This is a guy who was bought when Luis Enrique was still in charge in the 2016-17 season, and many saw Umtiti as that player who is the future Puyol or the future Piqué, you put it that way. But things turn upside down for this guy, and it's all about injuries. When he started with injuries back in 2018, when he also refused to go to take surgery, his career nosedived. And of course, when the World Cup was coming, the World Cup in Russia in 2018, he refused to go for surgery because he never wanted to miss that World Cup. Yes, it paid off. He won the World Cup. His name was included in the squad that won the World Cup. But it cost his career big time. Returning to his club Barca, Umtiti was lost of form, injuries every week. I mean, it was really frustrating. And this guy have had a lot of issues to an extent where he even cried begging Laporta that they should give him another chance, even though he played just one season in that 2 seasons ago. And honestly, why shouldn't it come as a joy to Barca that his sale can be very possible with Olympique Lyon, his former club, very close to buying him. And of course, considering a summer window where it is very clear that Barca are in, they really need to sell players. And players like Umtiti are those players that top the charts when it comes to players who are up for sale. And Umtiti himself knows very well that he can never return to Barca ever again, because he knows for sure that Xavi does not need him, the fans don't need him, Laporta doesn't need him, and the best things for all parties involved is leave the club, which definitely will go, like from the look of things, it will happen. Of course, he was playing at Lecce in the Serie A, and honestly, the good thing is Umtiti was playing more regularly than for a long time, because injuries, well, he never had injury problems there, and it was a great time there in Italy, to a point where Umtiti will have an interview saying that at Barca he felt like he was in prison for 3 years. Talking about the last 3 years when it was marred by a lot of injuries for him. So Barcelona will be really praying so hard that this deal will work out smoothly, so that Barca can free up Umtiti off the wage bill, which will go a long way to really help in our transfer operations this summer. Of course, Lenglet as well is another defender who is likely to leave permanently. Tottenham are currently in negotiations with Barca, but the fact is the price remains like it looks small to Barca, 5 million euros for Lenglet. But let's see how it goes, as Barcelona are, they are somehow happy that Umtiti might leave, as well as Lenglet, which will help the club big time. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, why the 2022-23 La Liga season might have come to a conclusion less than a month ago. The schedule of the 2023-24 campaign has already been made public. The new season will kick off on August 12, 2023, and will go on until May 26, 2024, a few weeks before the UEFA Euro 2024 kicks off. And reigning La Liga champions Barca will kick off their season with an away fixture against Getafe in the first match week, before facing Cadiz and Villarreal in the subsequent game weeks. The match against Cadiz will be the first match that Barca will play at home, albeit not at Camp Nou but at the Montjuic Olympic Stadium. Meanwhile, the biggest match of all, the El Clasico, the two El Clasicos will be played on the first leg will be October 29, which will fall on match day, match week 11 at the Montjuic Olympic Stadium, and on 21st April 2024 at the Santiago Bernabeu. As we can see, on either side of the home Clasico in October, Barca face difficult assignments against Athletic Club and Sociedad. The La Liga champions take on Atletico Madrid on December 3rd at home, match week 15, while they visit the Citivas Metropolitano on March 17, which is match week 29. Their best game of their last game of the campaign will also be played away from home against Sevilla. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.